Hello. Today I want to share a couple of Reiki practices that I do daily. And if these practices resonate with you, that would be great. I hope you place them in your Reiki basket of practices that you do daily. Let me know in the comments below if you do something similar, or if you have other ideas for how to use Reiki in your daily practice. This is a space in my home that I've set up, and some might call it a Reiki altar or a sacred space. So if you want to set up a place like this where you can meditate and do Reiki, and if you're a level 2 practitioner, then you could use it as a space where you send Reiki to others. Right here in the middle, I have what I call my Reiki box. It's a box that I painted. You could use any kind of box that you wanted, as plain as you want or as decorative as you want, to use for sending Reiki to people. Now, what you're going to do, if you want to send Reiki to a person or a situation, is you will take a small piece of paper and write that down, your intention for sending the Reiki to that person or thing or place or situation, and place it inside the Reiki box. And daily you can use this to send Reiki to whatever it is you have placed in the box. Now I put a few crystals on top. That's not necessary. I have a little medallion here and some prayer beads for Kuan Yin because I associate her and I feel she helps me in my Reiki practice. But if that does not resonate with you, then by all means don't do it. If you don't work with angels, if you don't work with any kind of deity, it's just an option. You don't have to include that in your Reiki practice. So this is just me. You need to do you and figure out what works for you. So daily, what I like to do is I create a rainbow Reiki shower. So I'm going to back up a little bit. And somewhere in front of the Reiki altar, I will trace with my finger each day the Daikomyo, the master symbol, because I am a Reiki master, so I use that symbol. If you are not at the level 3, then you use the Honchase Shonen symbol, the distance symbol, and draw that in the air. Then up above your Reiki altar, in 4 different corners, see, I have a rectangle here, but you might have a square area. You're going to draw Chokurei in 4 corners. And I like to direct energy from the Daikomyo with my finger to those 4 Chokureis. And then I intend that there be a rainbow, I call it a rainbow Reiki shower, because I got the idea from a book about rainbow Reiki. But you can just say, okay, a Reiki shower. So here are the symbols again. All right, the one on the far right is the distance symbol, Honchase Shonen. On the left, upper left, is your Chokurei. And on the lower left is the master symbol, Daikomyo. Okay. So I kind of keep those underneath that tray there. Sometimes I like to look at them and visualize them in different places. But so that's what I do daily. Every evening I come in, I create that rainbow Reiki shower over again. And you can intend for that shower to go for as long as you wish, for hours or days or weeks. I find that I just like to sort of refresh it every day. I feel like it sort of amplifies the Reiki energy somewhat. So remember to go with how you feel and what you're experiencing with your Reiki. Anything I place in this area, I feel is getting Reiki. So I even have like a little globe here. I'm sending to Reiki to Mother Earth where it's needed, and I have a few plants here too. Sometimes I put plants that I'm trying to get started from cuttings in this area, and I really feel like it helps them, along with the sunlight, of course. So that's my tip for today of how to use Reiki in your daily practice. And one more thing I wanted to say about the Reiki box is that it's perfectly okay to just hold your hands over the box daily. You don't need to create a Reiki shower or anything. You can hold your hands over the box and feel the energy flow to whatever you've placed in that box. And it's fine to put multiple pieces of paper that you've written on inside the box. And I keep them in there. And after maybe a few months, I will go through what's in the box and see if that is something that I still want to send Reiki to, or if it's something that maybe has been resolved, and then I can take it out. And I personally feel that I can just go ahead and recycle the paper. And as I need to, I can add new things, new papers with petitions on them to the Reiki box. So I hope that explained a little bit more. If you have any questions, please make a comment below, and I will try to answer all the questions you have about using a Reiki box or a Reiki shower.